Going live.
Excellent.
We're
Excellent.
live. That's what it says. I'm popping out this chat real quick though, just in case.
No, I can
Hello.
hear you though.
Oh, like in other places that aren't
Not
this?
anymore. I heard you for a
Oh,
minute.
okay. Okay. Excellent. Hello. Welcome to a live stream, a Shusha Secret Time. If you are out there, please say hi. I've missed a week, so I'm like losing my mechanics of how I do this.
What's up, kids? Just a week? I feel like it's been more. No? Has it only been a
No,
week
that's
now?
the thing is like January in itself feels like 6 months at this point. Like
Oh
it's
my
the most
gosh.
eventful. And
It's
I know
been a
we're all
long January.
a long January. Welcome to a live stream. This is a live stream. If you're tuning in for the first time, this live stream is where Natalie and I get on here and tell you the behind the scenes secrets of our lives, what we're up to on the channel, projects otherwise, so forth and so on. We also just like it as a chance to like really interact with you guys, either here in person or later in the comments. So if you're tuning in later, comment below. If you're tuning in now and just hanging out in the chat, don't just do that. Say hi. Natalie's going to read off your handle and say hi back to you. And then we're going to get this party started.
I'm gonna do it.
We have minimal
Ready?
notes on this
I'm
one,
gonna
so
do it.
we're winging it. Go.
Here we go. Hello, David Faith, or should I say hello? Eunice Constance, howdy, howdy. Debbie Lehrman, hello to you. They're talking to each other. They're not talking to me.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Banu, hi and bye. Had a bad headache. Oh, so taking a nap. Feel better. Watch later. I hope by now, when you're watching this, you are feeling better. Jack Boots. Hello, everyone. Got BR, blah, 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 blah. Let's try that again.
Holly
BRB got
Bro.
to go put sticker on the car. You should be done by that. That's not a long task. That's an easy task,
She's
Jack
back right
Boots.
now.
Ed Keaton, hello. How are you? Happy February to you as well. Lots of hellos. Shannon West, before you marry a person, you should first make them use a computer with slow internet to see who they really are.
I like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
E. Yearbach, howdy. Oh, you're homesick with COVID.
Oh
Do you,
no, sorry.
is there a way to even know which version? That's not what you call them, which strand of COVID you get at this
Which
point in time?
version? What
Which
season of
version?
COVID are
What are
you
your
on?
symptoms? Do you have your sense of smell and taste? That's the only one that I know when it switched over to a different one. Hello, Lido. Hello, Denka. Hello, Desiree. Desiree.
Red?
I'm jumping. Hello, David A. Ooh, no, everything's rhyming now. I like it. Lockpicking engineer. Good day to you, as well as also in addition, Corbett Coburn. Hello. Summer test reaches peak Steve. I was talking about this morning. I think we're at like peak stupidity with this Stanley Cup thing. The
Which
world, there's
version
something.
of Stanley
Pumpkin,
Cup?
you can't have that. Well, that's the just no. Toby's here. Hello, Toby. And I have reached the bottom. So my job
Oh,
is done. I get to sit back and relax through the rest of the stream.
well done. It's over. The stream's over. That's all we're doing, and we're gonna log out now.
I don't
Welcome.
know why my picture looks so yellow. I don't
Wait,
understand.
which Stanley Cup controversy is there? Because I know all the cup and the mugs. Let's be
Yeah, the
clear.
mug. No, it's not controversy. I didn't say controversy, did I? I don't
Oh,
think
what'd you
so.
say?
I don't know. This just Stanley Cup. I don't know. I don't think I said controversy,
Oh,
but
you said.
no, just obsession. It's just
Oh,
peak stupidity. I don't know what's going on in the
oh,
world.
that's it. Peak stupidity with Stanley Cup thing, and I was like, oh, is something going on with the actual Stanley Cup?
No, it's
I don't
just
know.
no. It's this whole Stanley Cup like obsession that I like. Justin and I were talking about this morning, and he started to say, "Well, I remember when Beanie Babies and blah blah blah," and I was like, "Yeah, but
Yeah.
most of those were things that you were getting for your child." And that was part of the obsession was you had to get Tickle Me Elmo, and there's movies about this for Christmas and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But that was something you had to get for your child, not for yourself. Also, it's just a mug. Like I like what. There are
Well, yeah,
accessories. We got someone who sent us like a collab for an accessory for a Stanley Cup. And I'm like, I'm not going to go get a
I
Stanley
don't
Cup.
I don't care for them because the handle, like you can't hold it like this, like a suitcase. You have to hold it this way. I'm like, that's not conducive for my holding
Well,
thing.
even, I mean, whether they're good or not, like there's no way they're that epically amazing that we have to like have people making videos or storming the fucking castle to get them. I don't know. It's just insane. I don't understand.
Yeah. I know it was like a hot Christmas present for like tweens. It was one of like these like tween kids were like screaming about the fact that they got a Stanley Cup for Christmas, which is just hilariously
I
wild
don't
of all
understand.
things. Yeah,
I
I
don't get
don't.
it.
I blame the internet. First time I heard about it, I was thinking soccer, hockey. Yeah, no, the Stanley Cup thing, that's been really funny. Like the memes about that. The world is
Yeah.
gone, guys.
The original, like the fact that you named your Yeti type cup a Stanley Cup, and I'm like, that's freaking awesome. That's smart.
Yeah.
But and it would have been enough for me to go buy one. Like, oh, that's clever. I like it. But this idea that I have to have, I just don't get it.
No,
It's
I mean
not
they
aimed at me,
the
evidently.
look of them is nice, but I just don't. I like the matte finish on them. But other than that, I'm just like, I don't I like my things. As a university student, I had a chocolate Stanley Cup. Oh, the color. I was thinking that the cup was made of chocolate. I was like, that's really smart. You just keep putting your coffee in and it melts a little bit. Mm, your hair
Yeah.
looks lovely today, Natalie. Yukon and Yeti. Yeah, I love my Yeti. I have a little Yeti that I got at a film festival like 3 years ago, and I love that thing. That's my favorite cup.
I look, I'm not I I don't have a problem with you having a favorite cup or a favorite kind of cup. The idea that you would stand in line Black Friday type to go get
Yeah,
one and that they sell out on the shelves that quickly is
yeah.
peak insanity. Like
Well,
there's
it's
something
even
wrong
more
with our
insane. They
society.
were like selling them. They were at Sundance, and I was seeing like pictures of kids that had bought them in advance, the Sundance brand Stanley Cups, and then reselling them on the street to people for a markup. I was like, first off, smart kid. Secondly, that's wild. Absolutely wild that like at a film festival, this is that popular there that they're doing a whole resale thing, which like, whatever. People are funny about the film festival merch, but like that was just like we have reached a new level with this whole Stanley Cup thing.
Right. And there's like it was on the news this morning about some Target employees getting fired because they had purchased them before they went on sale. Like they had hidden them and stuff. And I was just like,
Oh,
this is I just I don't know. I'm so far removed
yeah, I
from
don't.
society now.
All I know about it is I've seen a couple of interesting TikToks about like it as an interesting case study in like social whatevering and sales and marketing and blah 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 blah. Like that's all I like. Those I found interesting, like why people do what they do and how these things take off like that, and like the waves of it taking off. Like in like
Mm-hmm.
6 months, no one's gonna want a stupid Stanley Cup. It's gonna be over with,
Right.
and buying them then it's like a whole thing. Anyways, I found that part pretty interesting.
Oh my gosh, there are going to be so many of them at the Goodwill.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, yeah, I'll get mine at the Goodwill in like 2 years. The biggest prize given in hockey. Yes, that's the Stanley Cup we're talking about. Very, very odd. Okay, so let's do a little bit of business time. There's not much. We've only had like 5 minutes before this because I was grocery shopping with my dad, which is an adventure in itself. Tomorrow we're gonna have an episode coming out. Natalie has got her first solo episode. Is it the first solo for you?
I
I think.
mean, yeah. I mean, it's the first solo we've ever really done.
Yeah, ever our first solo. So this
Because
is
we've
something.
done the festivals,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
but
Okay, so this is
and we've done TikToks, but like not
yeah,
a real episode. No.
this is a first try. So we're trying out a little a different approach to things for a little bit here, especially for this one because I have been still looking for that ice cream just to see if it ever shows up.
Mm-hmm.
So Nellie's gonna have her Van Leeuwen pickle ice cream episode coming out tomorrow, where she tries the pickle ice cream and then also macaroni and cheese. And I'm not that mad that I wasn't a part of this because it's a fun episode, guys. You should tune in. And if you see the Van Leeuwen ice creams on the shelves, grab them because they're hard to find. It's worth trying out.
They're hard to find, just like those Stanleys.
Just like those Stanleys, everyone's rushing out. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, hi. So nice to see you together again. It's been a week. I'm trying to forget. I'm on a shell curl peeling labels from Bud bottles whilst watching.
Oh God, no.
Oh no, that's a level. That's a level right there. We feel for you. Thank you so much, Greg Phelps. Really, really appreciate it. We appreciate the super chat. Yeah, so that's coming out. I would actually when I was at the grocery store today, I even checked to see if they had all kinds of Van Leeuwen flavors, but not that one. I grabbed an Earl Grey tea one just because that's kind of
Yeah.
interesting. I want to see if that's any good. But yeah, no macaroni and cheese, no pickle. And then when I get back from my little vacation here, I'm going to do my own episode because I got the air fryer And there's been some air fryer things that are happening. So far, that's the winner. Unless something, unless something topical happens in the TikTok land that I'm like, oh, I gotta try that. I'm gonna be busting out that air fryer and trying to air fry some pasta. It's a thing. We're gonna find out what happens. It's a
It
popular.
looks yummy. I'd love to try it.
You describe. I haven't got to watch the videos yet, but you describing, I'm like, I am so interested. I want to know what happens with this situation. So that's the major channel related business time. And you already got to catch them all up on your adventures while you're in Dubuque. Oh no, we did that together. God, I don't know where I am anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't even know what I missed last week. I don't even know what's happening.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing's happening. It was a blizzard last week.
Yeah.
But then we got 3 days of sunshine, and now it's going to be another week of nasty,
Yeah.
which is why the lighting is so crazy right now. I'm trying to figure out how to like solve for the fact that it is like I have to use natural light, but there's so little coming in.
Oh yeah.
It is all of the snow is melted off, so the snow is not. It was creating this bright, light in here, but now all that's melted off, and now there's cloud cover, so there's just
Oh, I
really
get it. Yeah, and we dislike cloud cover. Yeah, I've got a bank of snow right here that's bouncing the light off and into my window, giving me this nice filtered situation. It's supposed to like warm up and get melty, like, but after I leave is when it's gonna, I don't know. It's supposed to get icy later. It's gonna be an adventure. I'm here in Deer Park. That's where I am. Deer Park, Utah for family vacation. My family, I don't know if you guys ever saw the Mexico episodes that Natalie and I did. We were down there using my family's vacation rental spot that they have a company called Hacienda de Secreto. So because of that, they've actually been able to trade that rental for rental here with another person who does something similar, but up here in Utah. So we're up here for a week doing a little house swap situation for skiing. And I haven't been skiing since I was in high school. This could end badly for me.
I know that's the first thing I said was don't break anything.
Yeah, don't break anything. Yeah, the running joke is like 50-50 on like all things. All things have been, I'm 50-50 about making the live stream. It's 50-50 that my sister's going to show up because at the last minute she has travel anxiety at the last minute, decided to not take her flight here. So 50-50 that she shows up, 50-50 on the bed situation here. Betting pool. How far am I from you? I came into
I have
Salt
no
Lake.
idea where you are. I just moved here. You think I know Utah?
I don't know.
Where are you from, Salt Lake?
I'm like 45 minutes away from Salt Lake, maybe
Like
going
north, or you're probably north though, right?
Park, Utah. Put me on a map. Let's see. Okay. And you're in Cedar City. I want directions. I want Cedar City.
Yeah, and I'm going to be up there next week. Not all the way to Salt Lake. Well, I'm flying out of Salt Lake. So I'm going up to on the 12th, which isn't next week, the week after. On the 12th is the start of the Utah International Film Festival. So I'll be up there for the 12th through the 15th. And then I miss our screening because our screening's on Friday, but there's so I have to leave Friday morning. Yeah. So I'm leaving Friday morning to go to Dubuque again, to go to Dubuque to their Julian Dubuque International Film Festival has their fundraising gala, and I am their guest filmmaker. Yeah. And it's an Alice in Wonderland themed party.
Are you serious?
I'm putting together costumes right now. So, but they're doing Alice in Wonderland theme, but red, white, and black. So like more like the playing cards, And so I have this killer little red cocktail dress that I haven't gotten to wear. And I'm making a card, like not like a ruff, but like one of the stand-up collar.
Yeah.
And then I was cutting out hearts from playing cards.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make bracelets and earrings that match it. And then at this the Utah festival, there's a masquerade ball, which I don't know if I'm going to or not because it's like $75 to go. Oh, wow, but because I'm driving, I'm going to pack a costume
Okay.
I'm going to pack it and like find out, are people going to this? Okay. Then I'll shell out the 75. But if it's not, people aren't going to it, then I'm not going to shell out the.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Is this going to be a mix and mingle or is this just a bunch of couples?
But yeah, bloody
It's
blah.
Valentine's night too.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, that's so fun. I love that it's Alice in Wonderland. It's amazing.
Right.
Yeah, that's could not be more perfect for you. Speak of the devil, Justin is here. It's been a rough day. Speaking of roughs, he's just making
Oh,
it
I'm like,
rough
what?
now. Now, super fun. Yeah, the Cambria Film Festival. Where did I get the idea that that was an hour and a half away?
I don't know because we've been there.
Yeah, I know exactly. Like, I feel like you and I were having a discussion about whether or not I could, like the initial discussion about it. And that's where the hour and a half came from. I was like, okay, well, I could probably figure that out. Like, worst case scenario, I work the brunch because that's a drag brunch day. I work the drag brunch. I'm done by 5. I get my butt up there in time for the screening at 7. And then, yeah, now it's like, I don't know what's going to happen. And then I drive back home that night to go back
Right.
to do brunch the next morning. So now
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I'm gonna have to like see what scheduling chaos happens. It could just magically work out. I can wind up having Saturday off and it's all fine. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know where you possibly got an hour and a half or any
no,
because
because
when we
yeah,
filmed up there, it was
yeah,
3 hours. It was over 3 hours.
yeah, exactly. Like I didn't think this were initially. I was like, oh, I don't know if I can make that because of the Utah trip, and then also work.
Mhm.
I just can't ask off more work because they're already like, do you want to pay rent? I'm like, I would
Right.
love to pay rent. It is essential. It is nice. Uh, had a coworker nervous about sales training conference this weekend. Oh, shared social anxiety with them and they loved it. Told me
Oh,
that's so great. That's cool. It's been a lot milder in the UK. I have inspection in my 1999 Honda motorcycle in early March. So the old girl is getting uncovered and coming out of hibernation this weekend. Oh, that sounds
no,
fun.
tinker on it.
Yeah, get your motor running. That sounds super
Get your motor
fun.
running.
Super fun. I think we can, so in filming that's coming up, I think we can tell them a bit about what's happening with Ash's project. Like, I don't see
Yeah.
there's no reason not to. Okay. So in other exciting news, um, there's been a project with Ash Blogget who did Good Grief
And joining call.
and Calm. What else in our world that they might know of? Trying to think. We did the Paranorman that Natalie did the wardrobe for, and I did producing for, which was really good. She's had this short called "May I Put You on Hold," kind of hanging out in the wings for years now. Written by Ryan Self.
Self.
Yeah, I always like run up to his name and then go, "Wait, I don't think I can be right." That's yeah, written by Ryan.
Ryan Self, who was the male lead in Good Grief, if you saw that.
Yeah, yeah, he's a writer, and he's doing very well in the industry right now. I think he's going to have a very exciting career coming up here. Everything I'm hearing about his life. So he's had this written for a while now, and they're getting some notes back, and we're finally going to be set to film that sucker in June. So we'll be Natalie and I are both in it. I'll be producing it. Natalie might be doing wardrobe. I think I saw an email about that.
Yeah, I think I'm doing wardrobe.
Yeah, so
I
it's gonna be
volunteered. It's fun and easy wardrobe because everybody's
yeah.
just one costume and they're also stylized. That'll be really fun.
Yeah, it seems like a really fun one. It's about a woman who is at home working on putting together some IKEA type furniture and she's waiting on hold. And in the middle of her frustration, she accidentally dies and goes to the afterlife where she gets put on hold again. So it's a really, really fun concept. I love the concept so much. And the rewrites have been really, really good. It's like really tightening the script up. So that's super exciting. That's going to be the next project on my plate after the one that I'm doing right now, which is
Mhm.
that one is getting interesting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, always, always. For that one, what I can share with you guys is that we are filming in Nashville now. Originally, we are going to film in Los Angeles, but budgets don't go very far in LA.
The dollar
We,
doesn't stretch very far in that market.
yeah, and we have a funnel for distribution, which is very exciting. you think that more money will solve your problems, but it doesn't, because if you get more money, you now have to give that money back right away through distribution, like it getting out there. So it just like raises the stress level. So we're just kind of like, what if we figure out some other way to film this and not? So it's really exciting. We're like committing to Nashville. I just met and we signed on with a line producer who is wonderful and perfect for the project. She's a theater nerd, which I can't explain to you why, but she's going to be an amazing fit. So that is a load off of my emotional plate, because I was
Right.
about feeding people in Nashville. I know nothing about food there. And I'm in the process of reaching out to people in Nashville and like making friends. So I am just wall to wall meetings and research right now, like meeting with production companies, rental companies, studio stages, people, crew, all of that good stuff. And like my next week is probably just an insane amount of phone calls and talking to people and meetings and so forth, trying to like build a community. What's really exciting beyond just this one project is for me, building up communities of filmmakers in other cities that are not LA. And this is something that Natalie and I are very keen on, so that we can take projects that we want to make and go somewhere where filming is easier.
Because
So
that's the big thing right now is we only know people, well, not now. I mean, in
only,
the past, we've only known people in LA. So when people talk about, why didn't you film that in so-and-so? And you're like, well, because we'd have to get an entire new crew there. Like we
yeah.
would have to bring everyone from where, from fly them out, put them in hotels, cha, cha, cha. But you don't necessarily have to do that if you have some more people on the ground who can take some of that off your plate, for one, but also like we know more people in Texas. We could probably film in Texas now,
Well, that's why filming in Dubuque worked for you guys with Opet, is like we built a little bit of a community there. So you guys were
yeah,
all like go and start even furthering that community of people to work with, which is great, because now we're like, okay, we have this project. Where do we want to take it to? We've got
right.
options. So I'm so stoked about meeting people in Nashville and like building up a community there and making friends. Like Nashville and Cincinnati is on my list of people or cities. And then
Mm-hmm.
a couple of other smaller cities or other cities in the US where I know the incentives are really good. So
Yeah,
incentive money that the city pays back to you for filming there to pump money into the economy there. So that's for me as a producer, that's really exciting for not just this project, but like the future of projects.
yeah.
Nashville food is Tennessee barbecue,
And kimchi.
kimchi. Oh, I didn't know that. Huge Korean American population. I did not know that. That's exciting. I love Korean food.
You don't know that you know that yet because Justin said it. So
Oh, that's true.
it's possible it's a lie.
It's
He
possible,
sometimes just makes stuff up.
possible that it's true. And can anybody else out there,
Can anyone confirm any
no,
of
this
that
next one's not true. Elvis died of a barbecue overdose, and I know that that's not real.
information? Yeah, so that's what I mean. This weekend they're having a meeting of Southern Utah filmmakers that I'm going to go to, and then also there's some local. It was a first film competition that they're doing like the awards for, but also the Film Utah people are going to be there. So I'm going to go that and mix and mingle and meet those people. But then that's the main reason, even though I can't go to our screening in Utah, is going up there and see who's making films in Utah and who might be, because Northern Utah is one. I just saw a list Movie Maker magazine did of like the top 20 cities for making for living and working as an actor, I think is how they termed it. And so, and they of course left off New York and Los Angeles. So like, let's just ignore those two. And I think the top two were actually in Canada. Um,
Oh, okay.
but Utah, Salt Lake City was on there, New Orleans on there, Atlanta, like all those those ones that, oh, they're doing all the incentives, but Salt Lake did make the list of the
Oh,
top
that's
20. So I was
true.
like, okay,
Yeah.
all right. I'm
Yeah,
three
that's
hours from there. I can do stuff.
no, yeah, and answer your question, we're about 4 hours apart right now.
Yeah.
The
It's
closest
not, it's just over three. It's like almost 4 hours to get to Salt Lake
yeah.
from here.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, because I could definitely see taking turns out and filming that in Utah. Like I could see us there being like
Well, we can, it just can't be placed in Utah.
Right. No, it can't be placed in Utah, but we can
Yeah.
definitely the bunker stuff. I could see a world where the bunker stuff and there's just like elements that would work really well.
Yeah.
We can find the right community.
Where
Uh,
this is completely out of left field and doesn't make any sense to anybody else. Where are Evening Squire out of?
I don't know actually.
Okay. Just curious. Friends of the show that we that are producing, I was just curious where they're located. We see them at
Yeah,
festivals all the time, but I have no idea where they're out of.
that's a great question. Yeah. So, did you tell them about Turns Out, like what's going on with that?
I did tell them last week that I had sent you a copy
Yeah, that's nice
that we
homework.
had figured out I'd figured out an ending, not far from the endings that we had had. It's just getting there, figured out how to get there, and then figured out, I think, how to keep the things that we were worried about losing by turning it into a movie. And then I sent you a second one, a V2 of the movie.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Because I added this whole big section in the beginning. I don't know. Like I was in the shower and had like, oh, she should say this and she should say this.
Yeah.
And then I came out, I was like, an hour later, I'm sitting on the couch and I went, wait a minute, what was that idea? Like it was at the top of the shower that I had the idea. And then I even almost grabbed my phone to record, like just to give myself a voice memo.
Right.
But I'm like, you'll remember it, blah, blah, blah. And then it was like 2 hours later, I'm sitting going, what was the idea? What was this great idea?
It's brilliant.
Luckily, it came back to me, but that's always crazy. You're like, oh, I should have just recorded it.
Yeah, so that's super exciting. That's my homework tonight is to sit down and read Turns Out, and then that's I think going to be our mutual big project that we're going to start really efforting.
Start putting some effort behind.
Put some serious like let's do this thing, which everything we're learning between now and then is all going to come into play for that. Like that's the point and objective. Speaking of Ben Tedesco, I worked with Ben Tedesco too for the last 2 days. So Monday, I worked with Way and Ben. Sunday and Monday, Way had this project. So for an actress friend of his, they'd met and had coffee, and like I think just trying to like get her career going the same way that you and I have been doing. He, offered to like help her make a short film. Like it's originally, I love this. So Way in conversation was like, yeah, originally it was just going to be like, me and an AC, and like it just really kind of ballooned, and I'm like, that's what happened.
So Way, you did it to yourself this time?
What?
So Way has been our DP on 3 different projects now, and I love him. I love him. I love him. But we end up not paying him because he suddenly wants a new thing that wasn't in our budget. Whether it is like a second AC or a dolly or whatever, it's just like, I think we need this. And I'm like, well, wait, we can't afford that. There's no more room in the budget. And it always goes, okay, we'll just waive my fee. And I'm like, that is not that's not the plan.
It's not the point. So like this one, he had coffee at the beginning of the year. And he pitched it to me, and I was like, wait, sight unseen. I'm signing on. I will help you produce this. Like he'd already done so much of the legwork already. And it was truly me just picking up and connecting all the little pieces they already had. So it was like, as far as a producing job, it wasn't a ton of heavy lifting. So I was like, okay, I have the bandwidth for this. But of course, for you, Way, 100%. Yes, I will do this. No questions.
Beyond the like, we owe you favors.
We owe you so much. Like, I will do this for you. And it was good for me because these last 2 were really good for getting my muscles back together and like, oh, here's how I make an invoice. Oh, here's how I do a call. Me and the freaking call sheet was like, I am so glad I'm doing this with this, because now I got the call sheet from Imaginary Friends back in and cleaned back up, because it was a mess for me not knowing what I was doing with it for like panic button or for social anxiety. I definitely messed it up. And like going back, I'm like, oh, this is not how this call sheet works. Anyway, so I signed on with Way. And while you guys were in the middle of prepping, and then I think also filming Obit, we lost our director for it. Just a creative difference. She wanted to
I got all the backstory on that one.
Oh my gosh. She wanted to film a very different project than what Way already had. There was not going to be enough time to prep the project that she wrote. And I don't think she really fully realized that, because she thought that working on the project we already had was going to be, which is called Drunk, by the way, which is not going to be the title of it. But the project, she didn't feel like she had enough time to prep for Drunk. And I was like, you do, but okay, you do what you need to do. So in the last minute, Way, we just kind of punted the discussion until Way got done with Obit. Yeah, and I had a feeling already. You and I had chatted, and I was like, Wei, I'm the one who broached. She's like, Wei, have you talked to Ben yet? He's like, well, I did. Is like, let's just call Ben and see if he's willing to do it. So, because they just got done working together, and it
Right.
just so happened that Ben's brother Alex has quit his editing day job, and in favor of going after doing more artistic stuff. And like, I think he's just kind of outgrown the job, but was never gonna like
Mm-hmm.
find the next thing until he like took a risk. So he actually wound up coming out early, or they were going to work together on Obit this week anyways. So he was coming out anyway. So he just came out a couple days early and joined us on set for Drunk, and wound up doing the same thing that they were doing on Obit, where they
We just
were,
build it while they went.
yeah, which
Yeah.
was really, it was amazing. It was great to like go, okay, we got all this, great, let's go back, or to check things or whatever. And so he had like a pretty great, just not a rough, but like a compilation of selects basically already
Yeah.
put together, where we can already see some of the like the trickier things that we were doing, which was really fun. So it's a fun little like filmmaker community thing that we've been doing, just swapping out players on different projects.
Right.
Yeah, it's been like super fun. And I got to hear all about, oh my God, there's like an
Hold on really
amazing,
quick before you hit another story. I got a couple super chats I want to
oh
thank
no,
before I forget them all. David Faith had one in there. I don't think we got it from Winchester's Old Speakeasy. It's a
yeah,
speakeasy. Congratulations to Tara from here at the Winchester's Old Speakeasy on the launch of Mick Tara. This message brought to you by Winchester's Old Speakeasy. Visit your Cedar City location. And then we had one from Desiree that was for I can't find it now, but it was for a budget for our next project. So thank you, Desiree.
thank you.
And then we have a super chat sticker, or whatever they're called, super sticker from Mike Crook. Thank you, Mike. A little behind the scenes right there. Thank you. Sorry,
Yeah,
go ahead.
so
Didn't want
much.
us to slip any further before I
No, no,
forgot.
good call. I'd seen them and like just didn't for some reason clock them. Where was my story? I have no idea. I lost track of it. Doesn't really matter. It'll come back to me eventually, my story. Who knows? Right now it's 70 degrees warmer than it was when you were filming Obit. Oh, that reminds me.
Ben, is it's 70 degrees warmer? Is it? Well, yeah, that puts it at like what, 20? I mean, we were hitting -32 wind chill.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
yeah, I have to I'm coming back there, and I have to like kind of figure out, because my little cocktail dress, I'm like, am I staying at the same place that the event is at? Because that would be lovely if I don't have to go outside.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm gonna wear sweats underneath, and
Yeah.
I'll change in the bathroom.
You've seen that. I know you've seen them, those tights that are supposed to look like legs, but they're lined with fleece. Did you ever try those?
I have I have a pair that's not lined with fleece, but they're similar. Because
Mhm.
so I looked into them, and this is the only thing about them that made me pause from them, was that they're they have temperature ratings on them. So they're not
Oh,
all one kind. It's like 3 different
yes.
thicknesses that you can buy, which is great. But then I
Right.
want them all.
Right.
So I'm like, I can't decide. Do I want the -20 ones, or do I want the like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
You're
I
like,
need to
look at
get them to
what's the temperature
sponsor
going to
me
be. Yeah. And then,
specifically.
yeah, sponsor you as a human specifically.
Yeah, but no, I have a pair that Justin had got me a few years back, and I didn't realize that's what they were. They're not fleece lined, but they are lined, and
Okay.
I've been using those. Like I've been able, like obviously, but the thing is, they don't, just like nylons don't look like your legs. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like you're obviously wearing nylon. So if you're trying to
Right.
go
Yeah.
for the non-nylon look, then it doesn't work anyway. Which
Mhm.
sometimes you want the non-nylon look,
Yeah.
you know?
Sometimes it looks nice with the dress. Yes. Oh, kitty alert. Hello, kitty. Come here. Yeah, I need to get some of those too. Like I've seriously considered them with all the red carpety thingies we do. I'm like, I don't want to be cold. I'm
Mm-hmm.
afraid of cold. It's no good. They make your legs look chubby. Do they? Shush it. Fahrenheit is confusing. Yes, I
Right.
trying to cook something the other day, and the recipe, it was a UK recipe, and I didn't realize it until I was already well into the recipe, and I was like, oh, that's why the temperature is too low. I need to crank.
I
That's why it says
did
two.
that the other day. I did that with a recipe. It was Celsius. I don't remember if it was Celsius or was there some other reason that like that the instructions on it were weird. And I was like, we're halfway through cooking and I'm like, that's never going to get done. I know why that sounded so like 150 was low. You were right,
Yes.
Justin, because that was Celsius.
I did the exact same thing.
It's
I made
never
that
going to cook at that rate.
I made that Dutch baby with Jeremy, and that's exactly what I did. It's like, okay, Jeremy, for the oven's at 260. And he's like, are you sure? I was like, well, we're cooking in a cast iron skillet. Like, maybe,
Right.
I don't know. And he's like, okay. And then way later, I'm like, oh yeah, no,
Oh,
it needs to be crank it. And
crank that bad boy.
still worked out totally fine. But yeah, it was definitely like we almost didn't have dinner, which
Yeah.
would have been fine, but it was hilarious.
Yeah, I don't remember. It was something. Yeah, I don't. We were making something. Oh, it was the last bit of baking on something. You know, you're doing a casserole and putting it in there, and so like I
Oh,
was like, oh yeah,
mhm.
whatever. You know, it's just
Could
it's
be.
just keeping it warm. Basically,
Yeah,
it's not.
it could
And
be that could legitimately be a thing.
no, no, no.
Men prefer the nylon leg look. Our legs have so much hair. Only way to conceal that. Okay, Justin.
I will say that if you get those fleece line ones, you don't have to shave your legs. So
Yeah.
that
Mm-mm.
is
That is the joy
that
of
is a
it.
plus.
Oh, Toby, I've been rewatching old Shish's recently, and I love to reintroduce the idea of the useless box service. What dumb thing would be
Look, I
this?
don't know what you're talking about. We say so many things. I have
We
no
say
idea what
so
you're
much
talking about, Toby.
stuff that like I don't know what that is.
Also, this is kind of a funny Tobyism, though. Toby will text me after we've hung out, and he'll text me about something that I don't remember saying, but
Yes,
evidently I say it with vigor because it's
yes.
like,
You remember?
Toby,
I
I'm like,
think Toby's
Toby,
got a
I
much better
drink
brain than
and I
ours.
don't remember everything I say. I drink and I talk a lot. And
Yeah.
so
When you
I'll be
talk
like,
as much as we do, you can't remember everything you say, people.
exactly.
Like, I don't know what dumb thing I said. I don't listen to myself talk. I'm just going. That's why I say stupid things. Is I'm not thinking
This
at
is
all.
number 276 of these. I have no idea what
Yes,
these
a
ones
hundred
are.
percent. No idea. What's it? Oh, personally, like I like the what's in your purse. That
Oh
was
yeah.
yeah, we were making fun of YouTube day in the life videos.
Oh my gosh.
Ridiculous. What
Sad, what was it called? It's called it sad vlogger
bad
stories or
vlogger.
something.
Hmm.
The sad vlogger story.
My plant tour. Like this is my no, I'm
What's in
thinking
your fridge?
oh my God. My fridge, it's getting comical. Like it's mostly pickles. It's mostly pickles, but not like pickles from your house. Like you would say, oh yeah, because you took all the pickles from Natalie's place. No, 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 people. It's like pickled vegetables,
Oh,
of different varieties of olives. Like the majority of my fridge is not things for which you're just going to eat. I'm going to have to like this next month, like the month of February is going to be the month of Tara's going to eat what's in her fridge and figure it out from there because there's so much in there. It's ridiculous. Like there are grilled olives in there. We're going to be having a salad. The key ingredient is going to be grilled olives. We'll figure out the rest from there because it's just out of control. Like the
wait.
sauces, I can let that go because I cook with all those sauces. It's the pickled vegetables that are out of control.
I'm wondering if this useless box service had something to do with those box of stuff that we would send out when someone would win. What was like
Maybe, yeah. Here's
just
a
all
box of
useless
crap.
BS?
Here's a box of junk.
Here's a box of pieces of things we've picked up. I found this piece of string on the street.
You're welcome. Oh my God, it's like my jar of because I always pick little things up off the ground. I have like just a jar of like random treasures. I still have the Crayola from whatever film festival we went to, and I don't remember the joke anymore. Like we had Crayolas at one point, and I want to say it was Texas. I want to say it was Waco. It was you, me, and Ben, and like at some point,
Oh,
do
yeah.
you remember the joke? Because
Something
I
about
don't.
gray. It was gray. Everything was gray.
Okay, because
And
like
it wasn't about the crayon. It was about calling people gray or something.
okay, because I still have my crayon, and I'm like I kind of remember what
It was
this
like
might
something to
be.
do with personalities, and you got the gray crayon or something like that.
Wait, was it Ben that got the gray crayon and I
I
had because I
don't
had the
know, but there
blue
was
one?
something about personalities, and that person got the gray crayon, and we're like, "Yep, that's your personality."
I only know that it's then because I have a mild memory of it. And this goes back to we say stupid stuff and we don't really remember it. Like I remember more about the memory of giving everyone crayons.
That's what I thought you were talking about originally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
originally, and I think that that sprang into this, but this particular crayon is just in a jar with a bunch of other crap like that. They're
Yeah.
just random, like our little,
I
those
think
little
it's Ben's personality is what we had decided.
we decided.
I think it was after tequila shots. We had all gone to do tequila shots. This is the same evening that I like broke my leg.
Is that the same?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. That
Yeah.
was okay. That was quite a trip. I don't.
It was a trip. Yeah.
Oh, so much happened in the last this last story, well, 3.5 years now. Three years and a half, 3.5 years, because January is now counting as 6 months. There's been it's very
Oh my gosh.
eventful.
Yeah.
Very, very eventful.
Until it reaches 60 degrees Fahrenheit in the morning, I'm going to continue to look like an immature Santa. I mean, you're going to keep your beard until then?
Oh yeah. Ben's like, and they're talking to Desco. I have no involvement.
I have no crayons. I don't have a crayon personality.
No involvement with this crayon nonsense. Oh yes, that would come straight out of the minds of us. Oh my God, it's like man sense. I keep like that's one that came out of the weird brains of us drinking and driving, not driving, but like being drunk the next day. All of us very hungover and
Hungover driving.
over and just getting this and getting the sillies in the middle of the drive, come up with the dumbest ideas. I have no personality either. Oh, Ben, shush.
I'm a clear crayon. Nobody wants. Actually, a clear crayon works great when you're dyeing Easter eggs.
Yes,
The
yes, it
only
does.
time you need the clear crayon.
You need the clear crayon. It's very pivotal to that. I saw this amazing. I want to say it was Czechoslovakia. They're making like Easter eggs, and they like took it to a whole new level. And I was like, how dare you? It's like layers of color using clear crayon. And I'm like, well, here's my egg that's it's got stripes. This is my
Well, yeah. So you do the clear crayon, you dye it, and then you do the clear crayon again and you dye it again and you do it. Yeah.
and then they like rub it off, and it's like this beautiful art piece that they then, eat. But I was like, how dare you be amazing with your incredible situation. I have stripes on mine. This is as far as I'm getting.
What are you talking about? We watercolored our eggs that year.
That's true. Those were pretty.
I've always wanted to do the silk tie thing. Where you like wrap it in a silk tie and and the pattern transfers.
I did it with, oh yeah, I think I did that actually. I have a very hazy memory. You said ties, I was thinking scarves. I made the word scarves in my head. And
I think you could use silk scarves as well.
Yeah, totally.
I don't think it has to be a tie. I just think that's what
I just got lost because my brain decided to not actually listen to you.
You could use silk skirts, probably. Anything with a pattern.
Well, I also had this like an aside. I'm like, what the description for this video wind up being? Because I don't remember. I wrote nonsense. Oh yeah, you did leave in the thing about the candling business. I want to hear about the candle making business, and that's why I needed to check.
So I've collected double the amount that I sent you a picture of the other day.
No way.
I know, I should send you a picture and you can post it. So I have been going to the thrift store. You guys kind of know this, and just grabbing random mugs and now smaller things. The mugs were mostly for Christmas, but now anytime I see something but teacups and shot glasses and little ramekin type things, ashtrays even. I found an ashtray that I'm going to make one in. I'm like,
great idea.
So I laid them all out yesterday or the day before, and I started to put them in like, what color do I want in them? And so I like, all of these would look great with a yellow, all of these. And then once I did that, I went, okay, what scents do I need? And I kind of like looked at it the same way. So I ended up spending $100 on scents and color chips and stuff like that. And now I have everything here. And then I went out yesterday and bought a bunch more, just tiny ones, like just clear shot glasses, ones that have like kind of no personality. So that once I make a batch of the yellow stuff, I'm going to make yellow with a pineapple coconut scent in
Yeah.
it. And as I
Oh yeah.
fill up these couple little ones that I've got that need that color or that scent in it, then if I have any left over, I can grab the right size one and fill up that little shot glass. Because I was like, how am I going to measure? I mean, yes, you can measure it out, but I was like, what if I have extra? And what if I,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Because
it's
you don't
been
like
this
that.
weird making them in batches. But then also, like, I have a bunch that should be brown, but this one I think needs a maple scent, and this one I think needs mocha, and this one needs coffee. And so I need to figure out how to like make a big brown batch and then separate it and add the color in. I mean, add the scents in. And guys, but then what am I going to do? I'm going to go get a booth at the farmer's market and hopefully
Okay.
people buy some. I
Well, I
don't
was like,
know.
what's the next step? Because like I wonder, because I was like, I want to claim some. Like, can I buy them from you? But like, I don't want
I
to
don't
take it
know if I'm
away.
going to do it on Etsy or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like that just seems actually what I think I'm going to do. So they're having a meeting at the end of next month about the farmer's market, the summer farmer's market. And so I'm going to go see what it's, what the vendor situation is. Um, and then do them there. But like, I was thinking there's a little, what do you call it? Like a gift shop on Main Street here, and people come visit for the Shakespeare Festival. I was like, if
Okay.
they had a local artist, I mean, it's a bunch of stuff all over. It's
Yeah.
like, could we have a little table that's like just, candles crafted by a local artist? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I mean, there's gotta be like the one downside to like the Etsy path, or like even like, hey guys, we're gonna put up Natalie's candles, claim your candle, blah 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 blah, is that the shipping is sometimes that's a whole.
Well, that was when sending them out for Christmas. That was
Yeah.
the big price point was the shipping. But a lot of, and most of them are not going to be as big as the ones that I did. Like
Okay.
the mugs, like that was just to make, not until Christmas again, because I'll make Christmas mugs with hot cocoa and stuff. But mostly I'm trying to find smaller glassware.
Yeah.
But I had an idea also. So I'll make all the ones that I've made, but I'll continue to keep buying little tchotchke glassware. And then I'll just have them on display. And if people want to like get one of those and like pick a scent that they like from in a color, I'll go make them. I can figure out how to custom make them for the next week and deliver it then,
Oh
it's all
yeah.
the
Yeah.
locals that go. And I'm not going to charge hardly anything for them. Like I was like, I'm not going to try to get rich doing this.
Right.
But
It's
I
just
don't know.
yeah. Seeing what's possible with this, because I don't know, you never freaking know. You want to become a Yankee Candle someday.
I know, right?
Running your own major business. What the vendor market is here. Claimyourcandle.com is now claimed. Justin just grabbed the website.
There you go.
Candle.com. That's fun. All right, 3 minutes of joke corner, guys. 3 minutes joke corner. I'll take your, I don't know, candle jokes. Are there candle jokes?
Yeah, but Justin was getting annoyed with I mean, a little bit. Like I had like glassware everywhere. There was nowhere to move. I had post-it notes and glassware was like a murder board of like, and this one gets this scent. I've got like a red string running around.
Oh, it's funny. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, it's so fun. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna start making them tomorrow. Like I've got all the material to like actually start. Okay, we just lost all sunlight. I
can't live this life. Well, if you remember to take pictures and post them to the Instagram story, that'd be fun for people. Like I was like, oh man, I love that mug and that mug. And I was like, Tara, she's trying to start a business. You can't go and claim half the mugs and want a candle out of them. Even if you're willing to buy them, you need to let her do her thing.
It's like my clothes when when I was at my garage sale. I'm like, Tara, I need to actually have things to sell. You can have all the leftovers. Just let me have things to hang up.
Yeah. So funny. I just need access to the bathroom. Yeah. And the next time we're gonna come in close enough distance that I can hand off all of the candle making. I'll put it all in a bag for you. Because I have stuff I don't even think was ever even a part of an episode, but I just have candle making stuff from like when I was making candles for Game of Thrones. It was just cheaper to save all the wax that got melted and then remake. I just bought like a few pieces of candle making equipment and just would remake candles every year because it was so much cheaper than buying them every year.
Yeah.
Groundhog Day is tomorrow. Oh no. What if we fall into a loophole or into a loop? This has already been long enough. It's already been long. That's right.
I don't know. It seems like it'd be a blessing at this point.
At least you know what's coming.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's no more punches to roll with. You just
Oh my God. I'm tired of rolling with punches. I'm good on the punch rolling. The punches were goo.
And then on the 6th is the show's birthday.
Oh my God, that's right. 8 years.
8 years. We're a little ahead in the seasons because we decided not to. We just cut it at the end of the year. Remember, at one point in time, we decided, I think it was like year 3, we went, wait, we're not going to have it stretch all the way into February. Let's just start
Yeah,
over.
yeah. Okay,
So
that
we're
makes
in season 8 and year 8.
Crazy.
Right?
That it's like going back and seeing like, because now Google is having fun showing me old things. I'm like, thank you, Google, for reminding me of these traumatic events in my life. But yeah, old pictures. I'm like, oh my God, look at that old picture of us. We're such babies. Like it was long enough ago for me to have the like, look at our young little faces. That's how long ago it was. All
Yeah.
right, guys, let's do joke corner. Let's do this thing. Desiree, if you've never done joke corner is when you guys go out to the internet, grab a joke, come back, put it in. We're gonna read it. If I'm not reading your joke, it's not a personal thing. It's the bots. The bots are not on your side. The AI machine hates you. So just change your E's to threes and we'll figure it out. You're using a word it doesn't like kill or die or something. All right, Desiree. Joke. Why did the candle refuse to go out?
It didn't think its outfit was up to snuff.
It wanted to keep burning the midnight oil.
Fine.
Oh, there's a Lay's chip Groundhog Day Ryan Reynolds thing. All right, I'll go watch that today. Desiree, what do you call a candle in armor?
A nightlight.
Nice. The answer to the question is there candle jokes out there? It is yes. Yes, there are. It seems like yesterday Natalie and Tara were rolling down Main Street in bunny ears, says Ben. Yeah, that was forever ago and yesterday. David, there are two typos of people in the world. Those who proofread and those who don't.
There you go.
For once I caught the things. David, I got fired from my job because I kept asking customers whether they prefer smoking or not smoking. Apparently, the correct term is cremation or burial.
I like that.
That's funny. Derek, why was the banana skin so popular?
It had a certain appeal.
Yes, it was appealing. Yeah. Desiree, why was the candle always calm?
Why was the candle always calm? It didn't have a short fuse.
Because it never lost its wick.
Kept its wick about it.
Its wick about it. David, I have found that the best way to communicate with a fish is to drop them a line.
Yes. If they're there, they'll pick up.
What did the candle say after the power outage?
Oh, now you need me.
Yeah, pretty close.
This
Now
is why you've kept me around.
David.
Now everybody wants to hang out with the candle.
Candle.
Lock me in a closet for a year.
Don't use me. Only light me when you need me. What do you call a wolf that knows what's going on?
I don't know.
A werewolf.
Oh, yes.
I like that. That's funny. Derek Ward, my girlfriend has made a ton of money selling nothing but fans on the internet. I don't know how she made so much selling OnlyFans, but good for her. Yeah, yeah. Desiree, how do you make a candle really happy?
It's something about blowing.
Yeah. I think your joke is probably funnier. Blow it a kiss before saying goodnight.
Oh, definitely not what I was thinking.
Not. I like your version. Tim Carter, where are two kinds of people in the world? Those that can extrapolate from incomplete data That's it. That's the end of
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
I get it.
Jared Ford, they should announce a sequel to the movie Groundhog's Day and then just re-release the original.
That'd be funny.
I'd be into it. I'd be super into it. My wife texts me, "You're great." And I replied, "No, you're great." She's been really happy and smiling at me all weekend. I just corrected her grammar. Don't need to get excited.
You are
You
great.
are great. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Work-related anxiety.
Work-related anxiety. Who?
There's not more to it.
Oh, okay.
Find you later. We'll find out in a minute. What do you call a stupid candle?
A witless something.
Dim wick. Your
A
head.
dim wick. There you go.
Desiree, what did the Candle family do during the blackout?
They got lit.
That's our families. This family had a reunion. Sing for us,
Okay. All right.
David, somebody's mom definitely used me as a bad example. Which is faster, hot or cold?
I don't know.
Hot, because you can catch a cold.
Ah,
Oh no, we jumped. Desiree, why don't candles use online dating?
because they don't like to be near matches. Something about matches.
Yeah. They prefer to meet their matches face to face.
Ah,
It's very hard to get off the dating app and into the real. Anyways, Ed Keaton, where do candles like to go on their day off?
the the closet. They get put in a drawer, and you hope
The wax museum.
the wax museum.
Why do candles love to meditate?
Something about enlightenment.
Yes, they find it enlightening.
Aha.
What did the optimistic candle say?
I don't know.
The best is yet to burn.
Okay.
In answer to my question, are there candle jokes? Yes, there are a lot.
Why
Did the candle visit the doctor?
did the candle visit the doctor?
Why?
Why? Because he felt a little burnt out.
That's good. This one is, it had a burning sensation.
Ooh, okay. Sometimes I come with the PC answer, and then sometimes
It's not your PC day. What's a candle's life philosophy?
life philosophy. Let it burn, let it burn.
There's no point in going through life without a little flair.
There you go.
I got over my addiction to chocolate, marshmallow, and nuts. It was a rocky road.
Aha.
Aha. David, life is like a helicopter. I don't know how to operate a helicopter. Yes.
And it's dangerous.
It's dangerous, and I don't know what to do, and I'm about to get my head chopped off at every moment. I had a date last night and really enjoyed it. Tonight, I'll try a fig.
Yeah, adventurous.
Yeah. Desiree, what's a candle's favorite karaoke song?
Come on, baby, light my fire.
Boom. Bye, Tim Carter. Well, thank you for joining us. Happy meteorological prognostication albino rodent day.
Groundhog Day. Got it. Okay.
According to a study, atheists are more likely to own cats than churchgoers. I can understand that. You can imagine the size of the litter box one would need to have to own a churchgoer.
Yeah. Can you hear that?
Desiree, why was the candle so zen?
Something about enlightenment.
Why did the candle start a business?
Okay. Because it needed a little.
Found a bunch of mugs and decided it had a really great
Yeah, I
business
was gonna say you wanted to sell
part of
some
it.
Natalie's. Uh, something I don't know.
It wanted to be its own boss and set the world afire.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
That's I would have never gotten there. I think we should have said it wanted to be its own boss. Plain and simple. Why did you start your own business?
Why did you start your own business? Why did the candle stop working?
Because it wanted to be its own. No, okay. Because it felt burnt out.
Yes. Why did the candle visit the psychologist?
Because it felt burnt. Okay.
It
Cause
felt burnt out. Yes.
and it wanted to be its own boss. Because psychiatrist.
Okay.
Does it, I don't know if it makes a difference.
On this one.
Okay. Because it had some dark moments in its past.
That's good. That's really good. We wanted to get to the bottom of its burning issues, but I think we add that on. All right. Our last one. A lot of conflict in the Wild West would have been avoided completely if cowboy architects had made towns big enough for everyone.
That's funny.
Oh, that's amazing. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us for Shush Shush. We're so happy to have you here. We'll be back. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say a couple things. We got an episode tomorrow. Make sure you check it out. We are in Casper, Wyoming Film Festival twice on the 3rd Saturday. So that is 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock if you happen to be in the area and you want to check our short film out. We have next Saturday is Cambria Film Festival at 7 p.m. in Cambria, California on the 10th. And then we are screening on the 16th in Utah International Film Festival up in Vineyard, Utah at 3 p.m. Just rattle those off.
Yeah. So if you were anywhere near, go. We will love to have you. Send us your pics. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Episode out tomorrow. And yeah, our past selves will see you tomorrow. Our future selves will see you next week. And our present selves are very grateful to have you. I forgot this whole thing I used to say.
Yeah,
like,
I wouldn't be able to do it.
It's been a long time. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh, I opened. Wow. I'm failing at this. Hold on.
That's okay. I did
it. Goodbye.
it.